Chocolate is an ingredient just like salt or pepper, and so it is an art form to use it in new and creative ways.
Chocobar Cortés is the only restaurant in New York City where every item on the menu includes chocolate, from the grilled cheese to the hamburger with chocolate ketchup.
That combination of sweet and savory and making chocolate like an actual meal, that's kind of what inspired then the rest of the menu, kind of including chocolate as an ingredient in everything.
So we had to ask the head chef how she makes that combination work.
How is it that you add chocolate to everything on the menu? How is that even possible?
It's not that hard because we use it like a condiment. You don't have to think about it like it's sweet. It's sweet. For example, the mole sauce, I use it as the cocoa powder. They have no salt on it, so it's just the adding like the texture of the chocolate, like the flavor of the chocolate. In the pique, we added like 70% chocolate, and you taste the chocolate, but you take the pique too.
The restaurant is the first franchise location outside of Puerto Rico.
And why open Chocobar Cortés here in the Bronx?
For us, as a Puerto Rican and a Dominican heritage brand, it was important for us to go where the people who have been supporting us are. I've had a lot of people say thank you so much for opening this here in the Bronx. We needed spaces like this. We needed more spaces for our people.
When you visit Chocobar Cortés, you'll not only savor the chocolate menu and maybe buy a chocolate bar or two, but also indulge in the company's other mission, their arts foundation, Fundación Cortés.
Our mission is to educate and inspire with our passion for the arts of the Caribbean. We've impacted over 14,000 kids through our programming in Puerto Rico. Still, a lot of people don't know about the work that we do. The fact that when you buy these chocolate bars, when you buy our products, you're also supporting humanities education in Puerto Rico.
4 special edition hot chocolate bars, in collaboration with Edgardo Miranda Rodriguez, the creator of La Borinqueña, are currently being sold at the restaurant and online to raise money for the foundation's Activate Your Powers with the Arts program. Plus, to further support this initiative, there's also an artist wall exhibit displaying Edgardo's and Chocobar's current artistic collaboration.
It was just a creative way for us to tell our story, as well as create awareness for the work that we're doing in our foundation in Puerto Rico, and also to celebrate La Borinqueña, who is the world's first Afro-Puerto Rican female superhero. The plan is to have other works either from local artists or from part of our collection in Puerto Rico.
The art connection doesn't end with the wall display. In fact, there's even more art to admire. From the family's pictures that adorn the restaurant to the chandelier at the entrance of Chocobar, a piece commissioned from Puerto Rican artist Jorge Gonzalez. The nearly 100-year-old chocolate company that runs the restaurant even features lighting fixtures made from old chocolate molds, as well as bathrooms plastered with floor-to-ceiling vintage Chocobar Cortés ads. Clearly, the restaurant's arts roots run deep.
So historically, we've always had a connection to the arts. My great-grandfather, who founded the company, was an artist himself. He drew the original logo that we still use today. My grandfather wasn't an artist, but he worked directly with a lot of artists, whether it was through, creating the jingles that are kind of like iconic little marketing jingles.
Eso es, Chocolate Cortés.
But he also included storybooks that came in the chocolate bars in the 1950s and 60s that a lot of people in Puerto Rico, especially in remote areas, in the mountain towns, they learned how to read using these little storybooks that came in the chocolate bars because they didn't have that much access to reading materials.
What do you think your grandparents would say, seeing this restaurant here in the Bronx?
I hope that they would be proud, but I think that having them kind of like be a part of the soul and the essence of this place is inspiring to me. I have this legacy that I need to continue and evolve and move forward. And so for me, it's just a constant inspiration and reminder to keep doing what I'm doing.
For Arts in the City, I'm Tinabeth Pina.